Remember the first time that Cherry stole Fleisch's heart? Now she will steal yours in a new adventure. Created by Walter Fritz. Fleisch and Cherry in Crazy Hotel. Step into the exciting and loony locations as Walter Fritz brings for you the adventures of Cherry in Crazy Hotel. In this story, Cherry will be more important than ever due to the thrilling turn of events that unfold. In this crazy hotel, she will meet amazing and funny characters, all with terrific and numerous dialogues. The hotel is full of challenging puzzles waiting to be solved. And humorous and varied skills will help Cherry in her epic journey. Do you have your room for Crazy Hotel?
Hello everyone, and welcome to our presentation of The Black Tower, an indie game for the PC and Mac. It is just a prototype for the moment, that is to say, an early alpha. The Black Tower is inspired by RPGs from the PS1, and I'm sure that we don't need to say Final Fantasy to help you make a comparison. This demo doesn't start from the very beginning of the full game. Here we play as Jan Forte, the hero. Eliana, Jan's friend and sidekick, has already joined him. The day before, they were separated from their friend Jacob after they decided to fight some pirates called the Palaku. Jan and Eliana decide to go back into the forest to look for Jacob, but the problem is, there's a swamp on the world map that prevents them from reaching the entrance of this forest. So they need some help to cross the swamps. They decide to seek help from the nearest village called Boa. The village of Boa is kind of a slum, and its inhabitants are weird and maybe a little crazy. They used to be loggers, and the whole village was made of wood, until the mayor decided to make it more modern. Unfortunately, they failed, and now you see what happened. The villagers are poor and get by on small jobs. You can compare this village with the Midgar sectors from Final Fantasy VII, and we can understand why. However, I'd like to insist on the fact that we're not trying to make a copy. True, the Black Tower can be sometimes a tribute to Final Fantasy VII, but it is first a very personal project, based on the world of my previous game and novel, A Space Adventure. A lot of things in the story of the Black Tower are linked to some mysterious black cubes and their incredible power. So Jan and Eliana are looking for help to reach the forest, and the police chief is willing to help them as soon as he isn't busy. He asks the two heroes to take a nap at the inn until such time as he can help. Jan and Eliana soon realize that everything in Boa is a matter of money. The innkeeper asks them to stay a night in the inn, for which they have to pay, of course, in exchange for some small advice that he could eventually help them. Despite the fact that it's the morning and that Jan and Eliana just woke up, they have to agree in order to get the tip. Of course they get ripped off by the innkeeper. His tip was useless, saying, "Go back to the police and ask the help of the police chief." Hopefully, the chief is not busy anymore after the night. Jan and Eliana learn from him that the best way to reach the forest is by getting a vehicle, but the police don't have a car for rent, so they'll need to get some help from the villagers themselves. At least the chief agrees to pay the car rental. That is, if they find a car, so Jan leaves the police station. You have probably noticed that the animation of Jan is strange. Well, not only Jan, I have to admit, it's something you have asked for in the full game, and we totally agree on this. In fact, we'll ask the help of an animator to work with us. We are certain that this will improve the quality of the Black Tower, and that's one of the many technical issues that we will fix without a doubt. It's not only a matter of animation, the gameplay itself is very basic right now. You can see that Jan turns left and right abruptly, which is quite awful to look at. That's not a real problem though, when you play by yourself and you push the arrow keys, because you know where Jan is going to move, so it's not aesthetic. Back to the story. Jan and Eliana found a guy who rents cars. This guy is a scammer, and he asks for thousands of coins each month to rent an old, off-road car, all rusty with a flat tire. In the full version of the Black Tower, I was interested in making you, the player, more involved in the negotiations. Right now it's just a cutscene with dialogues, but it would be much better to have a choice among various answers. At last, as a result, they get a car for 70 coins. That's when the minigame starts. You need to inflate the front tire with an air compressor. Have a look at the gauge and press the action key when the needle is in the green part. Repeat the operation several times and the tire is ready. We will try to implement several games like that in the Black Tower, with various gameplays in different places. Now that they have a car, Jan and Eliana can use it on the world map. As soon as you get inside the car, we don't play as Jan anymore, we control the car. We tried to make it look close to what we imagined driving a jalopy, and I'm sure that it would be more entertaining this way. In the demo, we choose to drive quite slowly, but you can easily make a variety of stunts. There's no reward, but we like the idea. Once you have crossed the swamps, you can get out of the car and enter the forest. Jan notices immediately that it's very quiet. He thought the pirates, the Palaku, would be waiting for them. I'd like to say a word on the text and dialogue you can read in the game. We know that we're not very good in foreign languages, but I can assure you we'll make a good English translation if the game is made. We follow the path going deeper into the woods. Two things to mention here. First, we'd like to add several paths to avoid the game from being too linear. In this prototype, we didn't have time to implement the possibility, though it's going to change. Second, I'm sure that you've noticed that there hasn't been a single battle until now. The forest is a hostile area with wild beasts. There should be some random encounters. So everywhere in the forest, you need to imagine that there are random encounters. Trouble is that the battle system is not ready, and we prefer to show the less of it. This is certainly the longest part of the game to develop, and we will certainly have several months to develop it. Yet, we can show a small part of our current battle system where we have access to the most basic of actions. It gives an idea of future battles, even if there is still a lot to do. When they defeat the pirates, Jan keeps looking for his friend Jacob. He takes the path on the right, where more pirates ambush him. In the full game, you need to fight against them, but as I just explained, we couldn't implement the battles. Sometimes the enemy will be visible on the map and they will follow you. You can choose to avoid them and escape, or to defeat them in battle. Jan and Eliana finally reach the end of the forest where Jacob is hidden. His hideaway is somewhere behind the rocks and is really near the edge of the cliffs. That is a good way to stay safe from the pirates until his heroes could come rescue him. We can join in when we feel ready, and it will be the end of our small presentation. Jan and Eliana are happy to find Jacob, but unfortunately, the Palaku destroy the rocks with a big vehicle called the Scarab, which they usually use for cutting down trees. This battle will be difficult to win. We hope that you enjoyed this prototype of the Black Tower. Thanks for watching, and thank you very much for supporting us.